Good morning, the students of class 7. Today I am back with your social science geography class, and today I am going to revise the chapter 1 from your geography book, and the name of the chapter is Our Environment. So let's start the first part of our environment. That first, in your book there is a story. From this story you can easily understood what is environment. Now we'll search what is the origin of the word environment. That the French word environnement or environner means neighborhood, and the word environment originated from that word. Environnement is a French word, means neighborhood or surroundings. So what is environment actually? That the nature, the place, the people, things that surrounded the living beings is called environment. Everything surrounded us, the living and non-living things as well as all the human-made things together called environment. And it is our basic life support system, and it provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. So all these things given by our environment to us. Now this is environment. Now what are the major components or divisions of environment? So let's check. Number one, natural environment. What is natural environment? That the air, water, soil and living things consist in the natural environment. Air means the atmosphere. The layer of gases and covered the earth, it is called atmosphere. Number two, the water, all the water bodies including the oceans, everything that is for part of the hydrosphere. Soil or lithosphere, so all the soils over the thick layer of the soil over the earth or the crust, and as well as the uppermost part of the mantle, you have read already in chapter number 2. So these things together called lithosphere. And all the mountains, the plateaus, the plains, the river valleys situated on this region. Number 4, all the living things, all the plant and animals together, they called the biosphere. And all these things also the part of natural environment. Now number 2, it is human environment. What is human environment? That family, society, country, religion, economic activities, all the educational institutions, all these things where people together create something, where together they form anything. That environment is called human environment. Suppose the environment of the school, it is also the part of human environment. Our society, our country, our religion, everything, that is the where people make the environment. It is called, people is the main component, that is called human environment. And number 3, it is human-made environment. What is human-made environment? Everything, all the non-living things made by the human beings for the development of their lives, like roads, buildings, bridges, park, monuments, etc. The industries, all these things together in the part of human-made environment. Okay, now we will discuss about the natural environment and all the components of natural environment one by one. That first we have to know that what is natural environment. That everything around us that is natural and not made by humans is a part of the natural environment. And natural environment also comprises with two things. It also relates with two things, that is biotic and non-biotic and abiotic condition. Biotic and abiotic conditions. What is abiotic? Biotic condition, that all the living organisms in the natural environment, like the plants and animals and the bacteria, the viruses, the one-celled animals, these are also part of biotic environment. And what is the abiotic condition? This is all the non-living organisms in the natural environment, like air, water and soil. This is a part of the abiotic conditions. Now we will discuss about the 4 components of natural environment one by one. First one, the lithosphere. That lithosphere is a solid crust on the hard top layer of the earth and made up with rocks and minerals. So lithosphere consists with rock and minerals and it is created with the uppermost layer of the mantle as well as the entire crust and the thick layer of soil. So it is called lithosphere. And lithosphere, in the inside lithosphere, the different minerals found, and these minerals are very useful for our life. And rocks, we collect the rocks for different uses. It is also, lithosphere also provide those rocks. Number 2, what are the uses of this lithosphere? That it provides us forest. That from forest we can collect various forest products like wood, like honey, the wax and other products. Number 2, the grasslands for grazing. From the ancient period, the lithosphere provides us the grasslands, the vast grasslands for grazing animals, as well as the land for agricultural fields and settlements. So it is very useful for us, for all the living organisms as well as the human beings. So this is the necessity of lithosphere. And we have already know that all the mountains, river valleys, the plateaus, plains consist of lithosphere. And as well as the land masses situated under the oceans and seas, all these things, these are also part of lithosphere. So the lands, the soil and land masses situated under the ocean and soils, these are also the part of lithosphere. Now we will discuss about the next component of the natural environment, that is hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? That all the source of water like oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds is a part of hydrosphere. And you know that the another name of life is water. It is an idiom. That's why the water is very essential for all the living being, including plants and animals. Okay, now we will discuss the rest of the two parts, the atmosphere and the biosphere. So what is the features of atmosphere? Let's check. That it is a thin layer of air that surrounds our earth. A thin layer of air surrounds our earth, and it consists a number of gases like oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen and other gases like radon, xenon, krypton, etc., as well as dust and water vapor. So it consists a number of gases, dust and water vapor. Number two, the gravitational forces holds the atmosphere, and the gravitational forces of the earth holds the atmosphere over the earth. And number 3, the changes of climate and weather also depend on it. The changes on the climate and weather, sometimes the stormy weather, the very hot and cold climate, rainy seasons, as well as drought, all these things created by the atmosphere. So atmosphere is very important for the changes of weather and climate of any place on the surface of earth. Number 4, it protects us from bad cosmic rays. If atmosphere was not present, then life is not possible in the surface of Earth, because the most important component, the gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, that is useful for the plants and the animals for their living. So it is also present in the atmosphere, as well as some gases like ozone. It protects the bad sun rays, like ultraviolet ray, as well as some other bad cosmic rays like gamma rays and other rays and these rays are very harmful for the plant and animal kingdom. So that's why the atmosphere is very useful for the protection of the plant and animals. And that's why only in Earth, in this entire solar system, only in Earth life exists. Now the next component, it is biosphere. That the plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere. So now all the plants and animals together, they form the biosphere. And it is a narrow zone of Earth where land, air and water, so all previous three components, the atmosphere, the biosphere, the hydrosphere and the lithosphere, they interact with each other to support life. and they interact with each other to support life, and with their interaction the lives created also in long ago on the surface of earth, as well as today also the plants and animals, all the living things survived on the basis of the three components. So that is called biosphere. So these are the four components and all about natural environment. I hope you have understood and this subunit. Next day we will discuss another subunit, that is what is ecosystem, and revise what is ecosystem. So till then, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.